Still creepy. Okay. Well, I think. All right. I can't have the chat though. Good God. All right. Mm. Dun, 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 dun. This is Otaku Daikun. Fucking love them. And I got the. Oh, shit. I mean, shoot. First day on YouTube. Bam! Nah. can't, we can't have that happen. Wow. The things I see on the internet, man. The things I see. Dun, 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 dun. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 Let's see here. That's good for me, I guess. Oh shit. I mean, shoot. Sorry. Hold on. Whoops. I hope that looks good for y'all. Boom, I'm trying to have it so I'm not blocking too much of anything either. All right. Auto hide user interface. Definitely have that on. Display confirmation hitboxes. Oh, confirmation boxes. Okay. Character sprites. Original. Haha, no. We need updated display mode like this. Manage speed. Auto mode message speed. Boom, 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 boom. I'm about to start. I'm going to start soon. All right. Um. Well, since y'all gonna be able to play this back anyway and see what's up, am going to go ahead and get the ball rolling and start playing. So hopefully you guys can come back and see me play some more of this whenever. But this is Higurashi When They Cry. Uh, this is made by, obviously you can see 7th expansion. Uh, for anyone that doesn't know what Higurashi is, this is kind of like a murder, not even murder mystery. I'd say it's a horror visual novel. So for most of the playthrough, I'm gonna be reading some of this to you guys, making choices, blah 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 blah. You know the drill. Playing the game. Um, yeah. Go see how all this goes. Let me let. Hold on. I know somebody that would want to see this. All right, bet. All right, I think I'm done. Mm, 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 mm. Top chat. You remember when we found the first met. Anyway, sorry. Start this shit. Oh my god. Onikakuki. Onikakushi, my bad. Definitely says Onikakushi. Welcome to the world of Higurashi when they cry. The Onikakushi arc will be the opening, inviting you into this world. Don't play tough. Please just enjoy life in Hinamizawa to the fullest. The difficulty is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the reward. Hmm. Yikes. Alright. Please do not lament. I will forgive you even if the world will not forgive you. Please do not lament. Okay? So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Can I click? Alright. Work of fiction. It's all fake, y'all. Remember, it's all fake. After death, 1983, early summer. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. As if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice. And those tears. Those, ah, shit. The mechanical repetition sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. Oh my goodness. Only the cry of the cicadas remained annoyingly loud. And yet, I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible. She's no longer speaking. Hmm. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Then why? This pain, my eyes getting moist. Why was this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispering gently. My spirit had suffered enough. And countless times I wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me, I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Mm, is it? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind with her, like flowers by a grave. Calm your nerves, even though you can't feel your right arm. Yikes. Just lift it up, and with every swing, forget a little more. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I like petting your head. This is cool. I love how you do. Demure. I loved how demure you were because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you. Mm. Perhaps I really did love you. Higurashi, when they cry. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt so wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I last went into the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads, those melodious. Oh my goodness, I cannot read. The melodious of the crosswalk. Y'all can read that too. Even the campaign speeches blaring out in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks, and the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than make me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There's nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there ain't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone to at least one. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody's still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologizing so much, so just forgive her already.
All right. There we go. You know what? Screw it. Actually, forget this. Come on, turn off. Mm. There. Since my headset wants to give me problems, I'm just gonna use my snowball mic, and I feel very bad for anyone that didn't get to hear me do my reading because I was reading pretty good. Um, or at least I feel like I was reading pretty good. Um, oh shit. I don't know if you guys can hear anything. But okay. So it seemed the train had reached its final stop. We spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. Routes? How do you say it? We spent hours riding everything from the bullet train. Oh, I read that already. It was hard to believe that the landscapes beyond the window and the city I was in half a day ago were the same in the country. Were in the same country. Excuse me. No, that they were even from the same era. From there, we take a car deeper into the mountains. These look like actual pictures that were taken and like put with cartoon filters over them. Past where the dense forest encroached. Okay. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. Hmm. There where I live now, Hinamizawa. Higurashi in the crane. I actually watched this entire anime. I definitely want to always play this game too. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although in exchange, you could fill up your lungs with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with the verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and the air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even the air has its own taste. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed down the stairs for breakfast. This music is terrible. I quickly finished getting. Well, I mean, then again, it was made back in the day, so yeah, I wouldn't say it's like cheap. Like I wouldn't say it's a cheap VN, but I mean definitely behind its time. I'd say behind its time, especially knowing the show like pretty. I gotta see what's up. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. Such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It was just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that though. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. My mom was such a good cook, it's scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune that she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. Yo, Jesse, what's up? Um, you might hear my response a little bit later. Are you watching the Suns game? That's crazy. I actually wanted to ask you and your brother some questions about basketball for like a little short story I'm writing. But I'm very happy that you're here, man. I'm really trying to do this often. So, um, my day, my day has been pretty good. I woke up this morning and hung out with some friends. It like kind of just happened, the hanging out, and you you already know what we did. So like, I was knocked out for a good 2 hours. Um, I'll tell you about that in the DMs. But yeah, uh, came back home, slept for a little bit, and I kept saying I was gonna do this. So I did a poll this morning to see which game I was gonna play. So now I'm doing this. Um, yeah, trying to I'm trying to get through these visual novels because like they kind of just been sitting. But yeah, trying to incorporate this with other people too because I see some visual novels that are pretty good. So I'm trying to get a thing going so all of us can unpack these stories, like these crazy stories together. But yeah, that's basically that's my day. That's been my thoughts throughout the day. So happy you've been waking up early since we moved here, KG. If I don't wake up early, I don't have the time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responding with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Pile it on. First I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Who's eating pickles with their breakfast, bro? Like, I want to know what's up. Even though I seen the show, I need to see it. I was gonna say, is the sound all right between the game and my voice? Because I had to switch to my external mic so that, you know, my other mic kept turning off on me. What am I playing? This is it's called Higurashi When They Cry. It's a visual novel. If I probably told you about Higurashi. I probably told you about the anime for sure. I've definitely told you about the Higurashi anime. But this is the game. This is like the game that the anime is based off of. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Watching me clean my plate, mom gave me a warm smile. It is interesting, actually. Best way to explain visual novel is one of those games where you make the choices and the choices determine what ending you get. Only I think this story is pretty linear, so you're kind of just clicking and reading. You got choices here and there, but you ultimately end up at the same spot. It's just you get different scenes depending on different choices you make. So yeah, trying to see. I've looked up a flowchart for this game. I don't think. Yeah, it's, from what I've seen, it's pretty linear. I don't think your choices really affect where you go in the story. Yeah, man. Especially like the art. That's what I'm here for, to see how the art looks and how it plays out. It was between this and this one called Saya no Uta. And I think since Saya no Uta, you know, I had it in the poll, I'm going to do that one second. That game, I think, is a little bit creepier than this one. Like, I wanted to do creepy visual novels, so it was between this one and something else. Moshi Moshi. What's up? What is up? Oh, shit. But yeah, Saya no Uta is definitely going to be one for the books. If you want to know about Saya no Uta, let me know. And I'll tell you, yeah, dude, this is murder mystery. Yeah, this one's murder mystery. Saya no Uta. I don't want to say it's murder mystery, but it's definitely some weird shit. Because I watched a retrospective on it. It's some weird stuff. I definitely want to. If you want to know more about Saya no Uta, I can tell you a little bit about it in the DMs for real. Let's see. Watching me clean my plate, my mom gave me a warm smile. How you doing, Mr. Pines? How you doing? Okay, it's a. Did I say who is that? Did I definitely say who is that? Alright, it's Lucy. Watching me clean my plate, my mom gave me a warm smile. I am murder mystery type. Put me on. Yeah, bro. I got you. I got a couple. There's this old. I was watching a video on Virtue's Last Reward. Virtue's Last Reward. That's part of the Zero Escape series. I played the first and second game. So if you guys, I love 999. So if you guys want to see me play 992, I will definitely play 999 up here. I just, the newer game, it's a different experience from the DS version. I actually watched a video of someone talking about that too, about the experience playing 999 on PS4 versus DS. Dual screen made a difference because they utilized that dual screen to bring out different feelings. So like the ending of the game, the true ending is like lackluster when you do that last puzzle and get to the ending. It's so lackluster versus the DS. And when like if I ever get to that game, I'll rant about that because that ending is so good. But either way, I love playing those puzzles and like getting through that game and reading it. And because y'all know I love stories, so like, yeah. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, KHU. Yeah, who's skipping breakfast? I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right up until the last minute and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast mom made me each morning. That was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I feel like I read that so wrong. Y'all have eyes. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. Okay, but if I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Yeah, bro, it is like that. It's so good. Like when you learn how to get a story to immerse a player, it's really good. But you know, me personally, I'm there for the characters to see what's up. That's why I want to know. I gotta see all the roots and how it goes through. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about time to meet up with Rena-chan? Hurry. Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Rena is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl is just lame. But, well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I race for the door. Dude, always, man. Always. Like, it's like, I don't, like, it's like, when I was thinking about just gaming and, like, telling a narrative, not to say that the fighting game wouldn't have been good, but it's a little complicated. So, I don't know why I didn't think of, like, doing a visual novel sooner. And you know, me thinking about doing a visual novel, I just kind of went into a rabbit hole, looking at titles, seeing what they're about, and now I have a whole list of games of visual novels that I want to play. I have a list because it's this Sayano Usa. Definitely want to go back through the 999 series. I know I want to play Chaos Head, Chaos Child. I think the newer version of Chaos Head is called Chaos Head Noah. I know I want to play Kanon. I want to play Little Busters. I think Angel Beats is a visual novel too, made by Key. Kanon, I said. It's another Air. I want to play Air by Key. I know there's this newer visual novel called Loopers. That one's about they're trying to figure out all of the rules of like what they can do with the repeating of time, because they're trapped in a time loop, and that's August 30th. Hence, you know, the title Loopers, because they live through that day over and over. So they test like all the theories and stuff. I haven't seeing the full scope. It was a 4-minute review. I cannot find a retrospective that tells me everything, so I actually have to play that game. I can't just look up a video and listen to it like I usually do. Please thank Rena-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I had known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning. Keiichi-kun, good morning. Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so conscientious, caution. She's so blank and such a good person. God almighty. Sometimes, English, man, I can't. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I'll wait for you all the time. I'll just leave you in the dust, without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. I'm kidding, I'd wait for you. Knowing you, bro, and your schedule, I was gonna say, are you still at night? You still stay up at night? Because I've been more of a night owl lately just because of like my hours from work. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Ah, thank you. But yeah, I've do you recognize this character, Jesse? Because I feel like I've definitely shown you her before with the show and stuff. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena. No matter how long. She's like, oh, forever. Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel before, Rena? Huh? I haven't never read any before. Okay, I got you. Also, if I can, well, not even, let me not say if, because I'm going to continue doing this. I'm gonna keep my word on this one. Do you guys want me to, like, continue? I was gonna say, Lucy, are you still in here? And do you guys want me to continue, like, playing through a certain game before we hit another one? Or do you want me to switch it up? Because I don't want to, like, lose track, but I also understand some people get bored of that. But I personally think we should, like, stay on track of these games. Because if I flip-flop games, I think we're gonna fuck it up. I gather she was interested. Okay, continue One Piece. Gotcha. Continue One Piece. I should start. I should hop back on. I need to go back from Water 7. I know that much. Catch up. In that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but too embarrassed to actually buy one. How do y'all feel about the romance genre? I like romance novels. Diversity is good. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from Mob. She said, Mob. Wow. From Mob. She says, thanks from the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty? They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who made them, Rena? Or was it your mom? Yeah, romance, like, it's like don't cake it on. Like, keep it light until, like, yeah, just keep it light, and then don't just I love you more. You did it. Shut up now. Now. I'd like to ask something for that. Was you and your mom? Huh? Why do you ask that? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena, or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. Huh? She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Or so I decided for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Mion! My favorite. I gotta see how she is in here though. She might be different from the anime. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so that we could make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Rena Ryugu. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. Mi-chan, good morning. Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. She waved. Look at that rack! Girl. Ah, finally, you two are late. Usually you're the one who's late. In a sharp contrast to the diligent Reina, this one marched the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonosaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Reina. It's been a while, Kei-chan. How many years? It was only 2 days. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Mion's gaze stared at my chest and dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. So she was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Oh my god. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Don't say next time. Right now it's just fine. Oh my god. How about these kids are high schoolers, by the way. They're like I'm pretty sure Reina and Keiichi are like 15, 16. And Mion is like 17. How about letting the little guy breathe a breath of fresh air this morning? I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up that morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly, Reina began to ramble in near panic. Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Reina tried to play it dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. Oh, hold up. Alright. My little alarm is going off on my phone. But glad to see that we made it to an hour of game sure. How was it? Seeing the city. Neon switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting. The pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked you for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have any time to look around in any toy stores. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is this about games again, B-Chan? The fact that we have games that they want and they have games that we want. Mion nodded proudly as Raina giggled. Yep, I wanted K-Chan to bring me back a Westport catalog this year. Westport was short for Western Import Games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. This time, I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game collecting enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Reina, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you think I'd understand, let me play too. Jay! What's good, Jay? Are you at work? Of course. If K-Chan is up for it, I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Probably talking about my club. Whoa, then we'll let you in the group this time. I guess. Bursting with joy from head to toe, Rayla looked back and forth between me and Mia. About to go in soon to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in a minute, actually. Mental break stuff, but I need to get back in one of these nights. I've actually been doing a lot of stuff. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. Also, let me know if my reading gets any confusing, because I could, act it out a little bit more. Trying. I thought birds were bleh. Get on camera and I mess up all my words. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Rena laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. It felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be more about right for this place. Hinamizama was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. Hey, let me see. Did you say anything? On which account? Wait, which account were you looking on? With such a lively move, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that it was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead, right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Crazy enough, I want to learn in Rempe how to make a custom cursor, like, so you guys can see, oh, you can see my own thingy. This thingy right here. I think I'm going to try to animate something of my own and put it in the game. And then I also want to, right? Do you, yes. I also got to figure out how to program. Also, if you guys haven't, Jesse, you're not in my Discord server. So I think you should be in there. Also, if you guys haven't tried out my little prototype for the visual novel, it's playable in phone browser. The music may not download, but you can play every other part. But yeah, we are going to be continuing to work on that too. So be on the lookout. Just the image. Yeah. It's gonna. I think I want to do like. I think I want to do like a little 3-point pixel animation, maybe. I want to do like a little 3-point pixel animation and make it the cursor. Also, I need to figure out how to program it so when it's the narrator talking, I want it to look like this, where it's dark over the characters. Because normally with and I want to have it where like it pops up at the bottom for the characters talking. Let me go ahead and save this. There we go. So I was meant to slide the door open and into the room first. Huh. Too bad I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Leon chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Brenna, it's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Then Satoko-chan's fucking crazy ass little girl. Her name was Satoko Hojo. She was a disrespectful, impudent bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious, Satoko. A haughty laugh came from beyond the door. You know what she doing. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round. No, this is Satoko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. Check my story. The link is on my story. It's an invite link on there. After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least suspect it, she strikes. No escape. No time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is gone. No rocks or anything. It took a pretty heavy hit. I took a pretty heavy hit from the blackboard eraser loaded with rocks my first day. Damn! Rocks? So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after, making me focus my attention upwards so as I lifted my hand to the door. There were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape. A frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. Concealed by using the black eraser. An impressive combination, Satsuko. But in the end, nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. I said that right, goddamn. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized she had me, hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. I began to fall in almost picturesque manner. Never seen her that way before. K-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to me on shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, ow, ow! An inkstone filled to the brim was placed right where I should have landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation I had landed square on it. My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keiichi-chan. Aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual trap, Satoko. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. Little... And he's still hurting. It seemed I'd inadvertently sprained my back a little when I landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. Y'all know the girl, Rika. A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, go away. The small dainty hand continued to stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but it didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain is going away now. Yay, Rika-chan, good morning. Good morning to you, Rena. A good morning to you all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Rena, Mion, and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over in her direction. Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid my eye contact. I am the very model of a good girl. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? Whoa! I picked up Satoko by the back of her collar. Jesus. She looked like a misbehaved cat when I do this. She's the picture. Hold up, wait a minute. I needed to make an example. And of course, my golden cooler is nowhere to be found. My golden freeze is nowhere to be found. That brings up a valid question. Where is my golden freezer now that I think about it? Oh. Picking her up like this. Wait. God damn. Hold on. Picking her up like this. From the back of her neck. From the back of her neck. Like this. Got her jacked up. But a cat wouldn't be setting the traps. She's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it, I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flicks really hurt. It can split plywood right in half. Stop! Get away from me, you beast! Don't say it in that way. People will misunderstand. Oh my god, I could... I'm No, I'm not gonna do that right now. A small hand tugged the back of my shirt. That girl Rika. She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehand flick. Can't be talking all that shit then be mad. Whoa, it doesn't bother me. Cry, cry, cry. You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting, yeah? Yuki gently petted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two were the same age. I think Sakako could learn a thing or a million from Yuki-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. Wait, what? As she observed the scene, Rena's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. I'm not saying that. Satoko-chan is crying. So cute. So cute. You can't take them home. But they're so cute. You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit. It's fine. Rena kept the cutesy face as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rena is ridiculously weak to cute things. Same, girl, same. And always tries to take them home. Same, girl. Object or person. Yep. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. Then I can just look. Just looking. That should be fine, right? Right? Rena swooned over Satoko's crying form. Going to head out to bed. Okay, Lucy. Definitely watch the rest of this tomorrow morning so you can catch up for the next time. Okay? Because I'm going to... Obviously, these are going to stay up on my channel, so... I'll be forced to turn Rena to... If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizama, I'll be forced to return Rena to the authorities. Forgive me, Rena. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. Jesus! The teacher's coming. Quickly clean everything up. Satoko, that inkstone is yours, right? Just from Mion's single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtack stuck to the floor. What is an inkstone? The thumbtack stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. If anybody knows what a inkstone is, let me know. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to screw myself. Even though Satoko was the one that set it up, everyone had to pick after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bed lamp from before had been neatly tied up. We made it in time. Rise, attention. Mion gave out the morning commands. It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one, but naturally she ends up spending her time with all the younger kids. Rena and Mion being in the highest grade of the class end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have been progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Rena and Mion with their studies. You're a pretty good teacher, Keiichi-kun. Easy to understand. Rena, I forgot this works with my controller, guys. I'm over here clicking, my hand all cramping. Rena took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teacher is making me lose confidence it makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. They say to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. While you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. For one, isn't she supposed to be in a higher grade than me? Look, Neon, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there will be trouble later on with these marks. It's not like I'm aiming to go on to a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exam, a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. So my thing is, if they live in such a small town, how exactly are they going to handle entry? Like, are they going to go to a different city for high school or something? Are they already in high school? Because if y'all obviously, if y'all watch anime, y'all know how, once a student goes into high school, they got to take entrance exams and stuff. So, but they live in such a small town. Do they take entrance exams and, still go to school in their town, or could it be something else? Mi-chan, Keiichi-kun is doing his best to teach us. We need to try hard too. You're such a good novice kid, Rena. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into such good schools. Thanks so much. Especially you, Rena. Private lessons, just the two of us. Cat got her tongue. A puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Rena's head. Exactly what kind of private lesson is she fantasizing about that makes her head turn red? I'd like to hear the play-by-play about that next time. While Mian was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question. So in the city, do you have to study this much? If you don't know at least this much, you can't get into a university. So you study just to get into a university? Well, yeah, basically. Well, knowing that this stuff won't ever come in handy in the future. Out here, you can get into university as long as your attendance is good enough. Really? Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe so easily overturned sent me to a state of shock. Be like that. That's right, there aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. If anyone could get into university, then there's no need to be so all fight about this stuff, right? Well, that's true, but you should at least know stuff that's common knowledge. This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should be spending your precious teen years doing more meaningful things. Whenever you see someone referring to themselves as old geezer, that's me on. It was too profound of a statement simply to laugh off, but since it was me on, it probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning. In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving the handbell drifted through the classroom. Kei-chan, we're done. It's our wonderful lunchtime. In a complete 180 from her unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands that signaled the end of the morning period. Keiichi-kun, let's have lunch. I might have been making a very troubled face. Reina smiled brightly at me. All right, let's eat. There seemed to be different cliques even within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our ages were different and we had both boys and girls, but we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Rina and Mion pushed back their desks together so that they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desks over as well. Keiichi-kun, hurry. Rina waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes. Keiichi-san's lunchbox is most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crusts like some sort of desolate plebeian. Why don't you just show it to us? Come now. Even even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid to her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over and joined the circle. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Well then, respectively, please start the singing. At first, this was kind of embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably won't even open my own lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends. Let's eat. The sound of our little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger than me, so they were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys just see older boys as scary. Compare that to girls, well, at least these girls weren't picky. We'll put all the side dishes in the middle. We all put the side dishes in the middle where everybody was really picking up. I thought girls wouldn't mind sharing a meal with the guys, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As the fruit of my efforts, I can now reach and take sides from anybody's lunch. My, isn't Sir Keiichi's lunch extravagant today? My, isn't Madame Sadako's lunch extravagant as well? The stewed stuff has a nice look to it, rather trendy. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked into a cross counter, stabbing into each other's lunch. My, how delicious. Oh, this taro is good. Taro, wait a second, because I love me some taro tea. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. It might be, taro potato? Is it a potato? It's a root. I know taro is a root. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile. I saved some from dinner last night. By the way, Satoko and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. It seems that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too? These taste like the mom's home cooking. I was honestly impressed. The carrot rosettes weren't from a mold. They were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do. I guess Rika-chan is just good at this sort of thing. She's really good at sewing, laundry, and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Amazing. Rika's quite exceptional in many ways. Oh, little fucking shoujo laugh. That's nothing for you to boast about. Rena's actually better at cooking than I am. Huh? Well, you know. It seemed that the topic of conversation switched to Rena when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Rena's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Rena's lunchbox constantly. Everyone liked this one so much before, so I made it a lot this time. Wrong button. It's good, I hope. It's got hard marks from me. Ah, Mion, you're taking too much. Knocking Mion's chopstick aside, I reached out trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time and a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled a mouthful after mouthful while praising it, and Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. It was kind of bad that no one thought to leave any for Rena, but Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on. How'd you like it? Isn't Rena-san an extremely good cook too? Quite different from Keiichi-san. I said that's nothing for you to boast about. You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet? Satoko's face went pale. Hey, even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know. Of course I can, I really can. It's really hard for her to tell a lie. Keiichi-kun both taste good when they're boiled and topped with mayo, right? You shouldn't be picking on her. Me-chan too. Rena hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Satoko. Well, just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko, what's this? Mion lifted up her chopstick. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon. But that's a sparrow. Mion made eye contact with me, and within 0.3 seconds, I had Rika-chan's mouth covered, holding a piece of bacon-wrapped asparagus and giving her two choices. She's pretty terrible. Well, the yellow one is cauliflower. No, wait, the green one is cauliflower. So which, huh? Probably the yellow one is broccoli, and the blue one is cauliflower. But the green one, do you really know which is which? How about you just give up? I'd expect no less from the class rep, the yoldest. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal. I do know, I really do. Answer the question. She don't know what it is. She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she actually starts to see her age. Whoops, hold up, y'all. Oh, so cute. Brenda entered a state of euphoria as Satoko bawled her eyes out. Brenda was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheeks against Satoko's head and smothered her. Really, a very content face. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was that kind of smile. Brenda, Mimi is picking on me. Cute, it's okay. Brenda Oni-chan will take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister. Jesus. It was like a flash of lightning. What was that just now? Both of Brenda's fists shot out at supersonic speed, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Damn, she punched him? Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawled, spread eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling with matching welts on our faces. This is the first time we've gotten one, right? Today, she went easy on us. Easy? You mean there's something harder than even this? With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back on the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Raina. See, Satoko-chan, I took care of that. I want to take you home. Making sure Reina couldn't see it, Satoko stuck her tongue out at us. Damn it all, using Reina like a puppet. Rika-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word. No matter what the day had held, the last school bell always came too soon. Our shadows stretched off into the distance. Hey, Keiichi-kun, tomorrow do you have plans or anything? Huh? It was such a direct question from Reina. I inadvertently blushed. If it was for a date, then wouldn't you do it more subtly? Reina saw me lost for words and realized that I misunderstood and turned red as well. No, I didn't mean it like that, you see. So apparently, that wasn't what she meant. But since it's always fun when Brenda is in a panic, I went along with it a little. Oh really, so it wasn't meant that way? Huh? Playing it up, I slumped my shoulders, feigning dejection. Keiichi-kun, why are you so disappointed? Why? Me-chan? She starts laughing. Unable to hold it in any longer, Mion slapped me on the back. I see, this old geezer never know you can push your buttons like that. Ha 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 ha. Huh? Wait, what is this? Mion was rolling on the floor, clutching her stomach while Rena flailed around, completely bewildered. I couldn't help but start laughing as well, feeling a bit guilty. I ruffled Reina's hair. Kidding. Sorry, it was a joke. That was my fault. She really is a cute one. A joke? Since when? About halfway through. Halfway? So, Kei-chan, that means you weren't acting when you blushed at the start? Huh? That means it was only a momentary lapse, but there was no way Mion would let such a delectable detail slip by from her. Well, you see, saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while. So why were you asking if I'm free tomorrow, Raina? Oh, what were we talking about? It had been on so long that Raina had forgotten. That's how long Mion had teased me. It's just Kei-chan. You probably can't find your way around Hinamizawa by yourself, right? Can you? That was true. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times like we're playing pin and tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell up from down here. Yeah, I don't think I know how to get anywhere besides back and forth from school. Yes. So you see, tomorrow we're thinking, that Mi-chan and I could escort you through Hinamizawa and show you around. That would be a godsend. Frankly, I was happy about the offer. You'll come, of course, right? If I'm free. You're being invited by a girl, you know. If I'm free. You're probably free anyway. If I'm free. I was being stubborn so not to give a clear yes or no. Even though I thought it was a godsend, I'm too much of a scamp to say so up front. Keiichi-kun, you're free perhaps? Perhaps? While Mion and I had our rather sour back and forth, Brenda peeked over at me hesitantly. I figured I'd been a bit too rough on her. I just gave her an answer. Sorry, forgive me, I apologize. I'm free. Great. The trepidation disappeared from Renna's face as it blossomed into a smile. Hey now. It seemed like there's quite a difference from how cold you are to me compared to Brenda, isn't there? It seems Mion didn't care for how rude I was to her, compared to how quickly I agreed with Renna. But her being annoyed was very interesting. So I pushed Renna forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind. Let's go, Renna. Maybe it should just be the 2 of us tomorrow. Leave grumpy old Mion behind. Huh? Whoa. If Keiichi-kun is okay with that, then I'm the one who came up with the idea to take him around. Don't ignore me, Keiichi Maibara. It'd be great if the 2 of us could go on a picnic date together. We should bring a basket, Renna. If we're bringing a basket, then I'll make all the food, maybe. Don't you ignore me too, Renna. I'll tell everyone that you 2 disappeared into a hotel district together. Jesus! Well then, I'm going home right now to start making it. Tomorrow's going to be so fun. Later, Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan, bye. Renna bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to Mion sprawled out on the ground. There was a welt on her face. I did not... Yo! Okay. So whoever is still here, I'll sound off in the chat if you hear. But fucking, Renna didn't hit people like this in the anime. I'm just sitting here like, yo, she's just punching people, bro. She ain't do this in the show. Are you alright? There was over 2 years between you guys. Since you came, they've become sharper. The old geezer's body can't handle it. Maybe it'd be easier if you stopped saying stuff that makes Renna want to hit you. Or is this will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour? If that happened, the results might be fatal. Don't feel bad, Mion. You're probably the only one who can't dodge her jabs. It felt like it was her knee, though. It could be that we're hanging around an unrivaled martial arts master. Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact sport. You can't lose to Rena. You need to train up and have a rematch. K-chan, you should. This old geezer will root for you. Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Reina's infallible technique. You have received new tips. We're a mixed grade. We don't have a uniform. Word? Okay, so alright, so that was chapter 1. Sweet. Awesome. Tips are really good. Hold on. Word, okay. So their tips to figure out who the culprit. Okay, bet. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna put a fork in it right here, since that was a chapter. I thought the chapter was gonna be a little bit longer, but I'm glad it wasn't. And I actually enjoy playing this a little bit, so I definitely will be doing this again. I don't think I'm gonna introduce anything else right now. I'm just gonna continue working through this story, showing you guys, and we'll figure out together. But I think once we get through a good enough of a playthrough, then I'll start something else. But I do appreciate you guys all coming to watch me stream this. Definitely gonna do this again. I hope you all come back out. Definitely tell your friends that I'm doing this if you think you know anybody that wants to get into something like this, be on something like this, or find more games like this, because that's what I'm trying to do this for. I want you guys to know, get immersed in the story with me. So I want to find other people that want to do stuff like that. But I really do appreciate you guys for coming out to watch, and I hope we can do this again very soon. So I will see you guys.